Ladies and gentlemen, this is Howard Fine. And please...
Είμαι ο Σάκης Ρουβάς καταρχάς. Μετά από αρκετά χρόνια που ήθελα κάποια στιγμή να συμβεί αυτό, είμαι πάρα πολύ ευχαριστημένος και συγκινημένος και έχω και λίγο τράκ πρέπει να σας πω, γιατί είναι μαζί μας σήμερα ο Howard Fine, ο οποίος είναι ο δάσκαλός μου στην υποκριτική, τον οποίο γνώρισα πολλά χρόνια πριν στο Λος Άντζελες, όταν ξεκίνησα μια διαδικασία.
Με λίγα λόγια να σας πω το εξής, αυτή η ιστορία, ο Σάκης τώρα έχει λίγο τράκα. Συμβαίνει γι' αυτό, ακούμε ξανά Ρουβα. Λοιπόν, ο Σάκης κάποια στιγμή αποφάσισε να γίνει ηθοποιός. Έχει όλα τα προσόντα, γιατί είναι πάρα πολύ ευέλικτος, μπορεί να παίξει όλους τους ρόλους, το πιστεύω αυτό. Μπορεί να κάνει τον serial killer, μπορεί να κάνει τον Dr. Jekyll και Mr. Hyde, μπορεί να κάνει τον εραστή. Προηγουμένως είχα πει στο Howard, στο δωμάτιο του στο ξενοδοχείο, ότι μπορούσε να παίξει ο Σάκης, κάτω από προϋποθέσεις φυσικά, να παίξει το γλυκό πουλί της νιώτης. Το ρόλο που έπαιζε ο Πολ Νιούμαν με την Geraldine Page. Το εννοώ αυτό, κάτω από σκηνοθεσία βέβαια έτσι, από ένα σοβαρό άνθρωπο. I'm talking about Sweet Path of Youth. Λοιπόν, είναι πολύ flexible, συμφωνεί ο Howard με αυτό. Αποφάσισε λοιπόν ο Σάκης να πάει στην Αμερική να πάρει μαθήματα υποκριτικής. Και όπως μου λέει ο Howard πριν, πήγε να ερχότανε, how long he was going for years. Και πολλά χρόνια λοιπόν πήγαινε και ερχότανε στην Αμερική. Ήταν πυθύνιος, πειθαρχημένος, άκουγε τι του έλεγε ο Howard και στην αρχή μου είπε ο Howard ότι είχε πάθει σοκ ο Σάκης, γιατί πήγε στην Αμερική, δεν τον υποδέχτηκε κανένας, δεν υπήρχαν τύποι συνεργεία, τηλεόρασης, δεν υπήρχαν κοριτσομάνοι να φωνάζει Σάκης, Σάκης, Σάκης και ξαφνικά βρέθηκε ανώνυμος ανάμεσα στο πλήθος, ένα αγριεμένο πλήθος. Πήγε στην τάξη, σαν μαθητής, κάθισε, ακολούθησε το πρόγραμμα, έφαγε τις σφαλιάρες του, γιατί όλοι οι μαθητές τρώγανε τις σφαλιάρες τους, μεταφορικά εννοώντας βέβαια.
Not by me, I didn't do that.
Και έγινε αυτό που έγινε βλέποντας την ταινία του Ρες. Έμεινα άναυδος, πήγα να δω μια ταινία. Λέω, τι μαλακία θα δω Θεέ μου. Και ξαφνικά είδα μια ταινία, είδα ένα Σάκη Ρουβά τελείως διαφορετικό, ένα πάρα πολύ καλό ηθοποιό. Για μια ακόμη φορά το συγχαίρω. Μπράβο Σάκη.
Ήθελα λοιπόν να σας πω ότι είμαι συγκινημένος γιατί πραγματικά αυτός ο άνθρωπος με έχει βοηθήσει πάρα πολύ. Έχει αλλάξει πάρα πολύ τον τρόπο που βλέπω ακόμα όχι μόνο την τέχνη της τοπίας, αλλά και τη ζωή, γιατί με έναν τρόπο το να μπεις μέσα στην εκμάθηση της τέχνης αυτής, πρέπει να ανακαλύψεις λίγο τον άνθρωπο, πρέπει να καταλάβεις πώς λειτουργεί ο άνθρωπος. Αυτά μου έμαθε ο Howard Fine. Και όχι μόνο αυτά, πολλά άλλα πράγματα, για τα οποία είμαι πάρα πολύ χαρούμενος που μπήκα σε αυτή τη διαδικασία και είμαι πάρα πολύ τυχερός που το γνώρισα και γι' αυτό είμαι πολύ συγκεκριμένος που είναι σήμερα μαζί μας και θα μοιραστεί μαζί μας κάποιες από τις σκέψεις του και τις γνώσεις του. Howard, thank you very much for being here.
Talk about taking it back. I'm overwhelmed.
Howard, tell us the distinction about acting. Πες μας τις διακρίσεις στην ερμηνεία. Ποια είναι η μέθοδος που ακολουθείς εσύ διδάσκοντας έναν ηθοποιό?
Stanislavski really began all of this. My mentor was Uta Hagen. Uta Hagen took the work from Stanislavski and made it practical. My theory is that every character that you're going to play is found inside yourself. Every character is within you. Think about this. How many characters do any of you play in the course of a day? Tell me some of the characters, some of the roles you play in your own life. What are some of the roles you play in everyday life? What are they? Yes? Lover, employee, mother, friend, cleaning lady. Right? And where do they exist? They all exist inside you. What will bring out a change in our personality is the age and the experience level of who we're talking to. If I'm talking to a young acting student who's just moved to Los Angeles, I feel like Father Time dispensing pearls of wisdom from on high. But if I talk to a scientist working on a cure for cancer, I feel foolish. So the age and the experience level of who we talk to conditions a change in how we perceive ourselves. That's part of the thing that I teach. The other thing that's very important to think about is clothing. What we wear changes our self-perception. How many of you feel very regal when you put on a suit or a dress and heels and you go out? Yes? Right? And you wouldn't want to go out in a formal evening without those clothes, right? But we don't feel when we have those clothes on that we want to sit on the floor and watch a football game eating chips and dip. We do if we put on tennis shoes, sweatpants. What we wear changes our self-perception and puts us in contact with a different part of ourselves. So a couple of things that are part of the training are how to access and what you need to access different parts of your own personality. One of the most difficult things about acting, and I think Saki will talk about this too, is in life we have thoughts and feelings. We then find the words to express those thoughts and feelings, yes? It's a straight line, right? In acting, we start with the words. What should we do? Back up and find the thoughts and feelings that make us need to say these words. What I call the why. Does everybody follow me? Yeah. Okay, what's the acting mistake, including a great deal of training? How. The actors focus on, how should I say this line? How should I say this word? And the theory is, if you supply the why, the need, the how takes care of itself. That was part of your... First of all, let me say, he said some nice things about me. Can I say a few things about him? No. He came to my studio without any of this. And he left this entourage. He left it behind, and he came to work. And I've met and I've taught many famous singers who all tell me the same thing, how serious they are. And the first thing I do, you don't know this, but the first thing I do when it's a famous singer, I offer them an early morning class.
Oh my God.
Because they'll never do it. Open and available over and over as if for the first time for that to be received. And that is where acting takes guts. Really good acting, because your emotional system does not know you were acting. You can talk about this. When you get done, I say this, whether you're doing comedy or drama, when you get done acting, if it doesn't cost you, if it doesn't cost your soul, you didn't do it. You didn't invest. So when you get done acting, sometimes I'll say in class, I always ask the students to self-evaluate. I ask what worked, what didn't, and why, and I want to hear what my students can tell me. And sometimes the most beginning actors will look at me very, very proud. Catherine will tell you that's true, right? They'll look at me very, very proud and they'll say, I was very connected. And I'll look at them and I'll say, to what? Because if you were really connected, you feel drained. You feel a little exhausted. Those of you who are actors know that, right? You've spent a part of your soul. And so you feel a little shaken. Your emotional system doesn't know you were acting. You don't go, oh, haha, that was a scene. You feel it. You feel it as if it's really happening. And when you were working on duress, didn't you find yourself exhausted? Emotionally exhausted.
Can anyone stay exhausted the whole time?
What's that?
Can anyone stay exhausted the whole time?
No, you need to replenish.
The whole time. It needs to be, doesn't it?
No, you need to replenish. You can't stay in that state. You have to know how to get yourself up and out and reset again.
So it has to be another technique as well.
You mean to bring yourself out?
Of course.
Yes, that's another part of. That's another part of the technique.
A very much further specialized technique. Not only invest.
You mean how to bring yourself out?
Yeah.
It's a part of knowing how to get in. It's knowing how to place your attention correctly. For example,
Isabelle Huppert.
What's it?
Isabelle Huppert knows how to get out.
Yes, who knows how to get out?
She plays the whole time out.
Oh, Isabelle Huppert, I understand.
The whole time she's distantiated from her role. But she does it in a way that is very, very specialized, and she knows what she's doing. She doesn't invest the whole time because she would be drained.
She doesn't invest the whole time when she's performing?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, I totally disagree.
But there's another method.
It is another method. I mean, I'm just trying to provoke you a little bit.
No, it doesn't provoke me. But
that's a very good question. We can turn it into a very good question.
Yeah.
Howard?
Help me, Sakis.
Yes, sure. He says that there is other people that they teach in a different way, and they say
there are other teachers of acting. Yes. I'm hearing this for the first time.
What they say is that instead of really invest on what you do and really go deep into character and be drained at the end of the day.
Let me ask you this. Just think about this. Would we say that to an athlete? Don't really ski down the mountain this time. Would you say it to an accompanist, to a master pianist playing a concerto? Don't really play the violin full out.
Well,
don't really invest in the piano. What's that?
I happen to have studied piano, so...
But if you're in the middle of a concert, you don't invest fully? There are times you don't?
If you invest the whole time fully, you will make mistakes.
In a concert?
Yeah.
You make mistakes?
No, but even if you make mistakes...
I happen to be a pole vaulter.
Yeah?
Yeah. And every time I wasn't 100% concentrated on what I did, I didn't do a good job.
This concentration, Sakis, doesn't mean investment. It means investment.
Being concentrated.
Yeah.
And which means there isn't anything else in the world except what I'm doing right now. It's 100% investment.
At the same time, you observe yourself. You're out of yourself.
No, you cannot.
No.
You cannot. You forget that you exist, actually. You forget that you exist because right now
you don't control it.
Right now you don't.
No, you don't control. Let me explain at least my technique.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay. Technique. The actor will never truly create if you live in the thinking mind. Your creativity is not in your thinking mind, in your head.
Of course, it's a cliche.
And if you use technique, let me finish. You can call it a cliche if you like. I don't think it's a cliche. Okay. Technique is not to be used to figure everything out in advance so that you protect yourself from having the experience. The goal of technique, correct technique, is spontaneous life. Eugene O'Neill, where she kills her baby. That's a very dark place to go. 8 shows a week. The actress was very shaken. And we did the same thing. We made sure before she left. For home, she took time to come out. So very often we remember to get into it and we forget. It's just as important to know how to get yourself back to the light, to happiness. That's why I will say, some actors think, if I'm healthy, my talent will go away. I don't believe that at all. It's just as if you are jumping from a burning building. Don't you want to believe there's a nice strong safety net down below to fall into? Your life becomes that safety net. So you want to live as much as you can in health and in light, so you have a good place to come back to. So you have the courage to go into those characters, but know you can safely return. That's part of the process.
Δεν ξέρω πώς αισθάνεσαι εσύ, αλλά εγώ σιγά σιγά μετά το μάθημα αυτό που μας έκανε ο Χάουαρντ, αρχίζω να αισθάνομαι ότι είμαι καλός ηθοποιός. Δηλαδή μπορώ να πάω να παίξω τώρα. Howard, thank you very much from the behalf of all the audience.